Hey, you!
What? Who said that?
Down here, dumbass!
What? Doomguy?
What the hell are you doing?
Now, well, I'm attempting to play Doom in mixed
Are
reality.
you effing stupid?
Huh?
There is no way Doom will work in mixed reality unless you are to 1-to-1 scale. Make a custom map of your play space and or house.
Yeah,
And enemy placement and everything.
guess that's true.
Otherwise it won't work. You will have clipping through the environment. Why don't you just try to play Doom in VR like everybody else? Team Beef have released an update for QuestZDoom, which has a new horror pack.
Huh.
Just play that, you dumb motherfucker.
Yeah, I guess, I could take a break from mixed reality for a while. Yeah, okay. Okay, let's give this horror pack a go.
VRified Games.
Okay, listen up, you mixed reality obsessed so-called VR enthusiast. VR still has a lot of viable experiences, such as QuestZDoom, now having the horror pack add-on. Okay, come on with me, motherfucker. I show you how to set this up.
Hey, yeah, I kind of know how to set up QuestZDoom, but I guess for the viewers, why not?
Oh, shut up and come on. First step is to get side quest on your quest. Okay. Open up side quest. Search for QuestZDoom and QuestZDoom Launcher. Go ahead and install them. Okay. Now open up your QuestZDoom Launcher. All the way on the left, you will see the base games. You will need to have a base game loaded first. All of these mods included in the horror pack use Freedom 2. Go ahead and select it. On the map pack / total conversion column, let's go inside and get the mods. Okay, so you see there is many things you can choose from, but we are just caring about the horror pack. So scroll all the way to the bottom and it should be the 5 newest maps. There you can see City of the Damned Apocalypse, Splatterhouse 3D VR, Ghosted 2, Z-Blood, and g.z.p.t. Go ahead and download them. If you look at the description, they will give you extra pointers for things you can do in the setup. All of them need nothing extra. They will just play. However, Z-Blood has an extra weapons pack. Okay, once they are downloaded, let's go to the weapons pack and get the Z-Blood weapons. Scroll to the bottom and you will see Z-Blood weapons. Go ahead and download it. Okay, let us start with the g.z.p.t. And no, that is not a rapper's name from the early 2000s. Go ahead and load it up.
Okay, guys, here we are in g.z.p.t. Now, this is one of gaming history's biggest tragedies. It's up there with the Hindenburg disaster. It is, yeah, it's horrible. Basically, Hideo Kojima, the absolute mad genius behind Metal Gear Solid, Death Stranding and Zone of Enders, was given free license to go ahead and make a Silent Hill game. Can you imagine what a Hideo Kojima Silent Hill game would be like? And I guess that's kind of answered with Death Stranding. But anyway, he was able to go in to the world of Silent Hill, make it his own. It was going to be amazing. All that was released was a concept trailer, which was amazing, and a playable teaser. Now, the playable teaser was basically just a proof of concept. It's unknown whether that was going to be in the final game, or if any of the themes, or even the first-person perspective, storyline, if any of that was going to make it into Silent Hills, we don't know. But sadly, this demo was only made available on the PlayStation Store. Once Silent Hills got cancelled, the demo was pulled. So if you did not download that before the purge, so to speak, it was gone. Now, we are lucky enough to still own a PlayStation 4 with that installed, so yeah, I'm never getting rid of that. Never getting rid of that. It's my baby. But yeah, there have been many recreations throughout the years of PT, so that people can play it on other platforms, well, chiefly PC. Now, g.z.p.t is one such recreation on the Doom engine. Now, this was originally made for ZDoom, or g.z.p.t on PC, but it has been ported by Ermac as part of his horror pack for QuestZDoom, with VR-specific bells and whistles that all his add-ons have now. So as you can see, if you've ever played PT, and I know many of you haven't sadly, this is a very, very faithful recreation. Very faithful. The atmosphere is down to a T, the walking speed even. The level of detail, the level of attention that went into recreating PT. And believe me, the devil is in the detail with PT. You need to watch everything. Things change on every loop. But it's captured beautifully here. Captured beautifully. Now, of course, it's not a one-to-one recreation of PT. That would be next to impossible on the Doom engine, but it is damn close. Damn close. And walking this corridor that I've walked a billion times before on PlayStation 4 is something else in 6 Degrees of Freedom. Yes, it's pixelated, but that doesn't matter. I am in the world of PT right now.
Yes, it is a downright criminal offense. What Konami did to Hideo Kojima. If I could go down there, I would give them a piece of my chainsaw. But anyway, I think we better move to the next game, as we have 4 more titles to look at.
Yeah, okay. So let's move on then to Z Blood. Alright, so you guys may remember a little while back when we were looking at Raze XR that we were able to play Blood, the original Blood, in VR using the Raze XR launcher, also by Team Beef. Now, that in itself was amazing. Being able to play the original Blood, one of my favorites. The most Doom of all Doom clones out there. Yeah, it was a great time. So it's kind of fitting that while Blood tried to recreate the atmosphere, feel and gameplay of Doom, putting its own comedic spin on it, Z-Doom recreates all of that back into the Doom engine, so it's like a cycle. And yeah, it's pretty spot on. You've got all the sound bites, enemy placement, weapons, everything. Ermac has given 3D weapons here, so yeah, it's fantastic. And I'm sure if you've seen the Raze XR Blood video we did, you will see that they play pretty much identical to each other. Small differences here and there. Of course, it's never going to be 1-to-1, but it is damn close. It is like 1 to 0.9. Very, very close. And who doesn't love Blood? Come on. I will say though that Ermac's 3D weapons do elevate it. Just gives it that extra oomph that Raze XR doesn't have at the moment, but I'm sure Vauxhall Weapons will come to that eventually at some point.
Ah yes, Blood. You try to recreate my game in another engine. You think I would be pissed? But I actually love Blood. It is a great game.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Okay, but fuck it. On to the next one.
Okay. So moving on to Splatterhouse 3D VR. Okay, so for those who don't know, if you're here, you're likely fans of Doom already. You know what this game is. Okay, remember the controversy surrounding Doom when it first released in '93? How parents were up in arms that this was ultra-violent, there was demonic imagery everywhere. You know, won't someone think of the children, my god? Okay. Well, 5 years prior to that, in 1988, Namco's Splatterhouse in the arcades kind of garnered a similar response. It was the same kind of ultra-violence, satanic imagery, all of that, but it was in a side-scrolling 2D game. So naturally, at some point, it seemed like a natural fit for a Doom mod, a recreation of Splatterhouse. Now, when we originally covered QuestZDoom Launcher, way back, a year and a half ago, we did cover Splatterhouse already. We had taken the Z-Doom version of Splatterhouse and we had put it onto QuestZDoom. Now, What Ermac has done has made a polished VR port of that. So it's not the same game anymore. It's got better visuals, lighting, 3D weapons, plays a hell of a lot better. The only kind of criticism I would have, and it's very slight, it can be adjusted in the menu, is the darkness levels. On default, it is so dark you can't really see what you're doing. But other than that, yeah, it plays fantastic. So yeah, Splatterhouse. A lot of controversy over the Namco arcade port. So, when it came to the home console edition, and it did come to home console, it came to Famicom and ColecoVision, some changes were made. So, the color of the blood changed, your protagonist's outfit changed color, so he didn't resemble Jason Voorhees from Friday the 13th any longer. Bizarre little changes like that. Level layout design, everything was kind of shortened. Yeah, it was like a condensed version of the arcade version. But it became very, very popular, and it spawned 2 sequels on the Sega Genesis slash Mega Drive, depending on what part of the world you live in, with Splatterhouse 2 and Splatterhouse 3. Splatterhouse 2 was more of the same, basically, but that's what people wanted. Splatterhouse 3 kind of did something different. It wasn't just 2D anymore, it was 2.5D. Like, you looked at the level not side on, but on an oblique angle, and you could move left and right and up and down within the level. It was also non-linear in a sense. Like, you could go anywhere in the house. You weren't limited to one path anymore. And you had this extra ability where you could kind of Hulk out. Basically, you could get bigger and stronger. Yeah. So that was the original Splatterhouse trilogy. There was a remake then, later on for PlayStation 3. Got a mixed response from fans. I liked it, but found it quite repetitive, to be honest. Yeah. But Splatterhouse 3D VR brings it all back to the original Namco arcade version. It does feel as though you were inside that arcade machine, so it's quite cool. And another little nitpick, I would really like, because this game is melee focused, I would really like the ability to actually swing with my controllers. Right now it's a button press, but it'd be really cool to be able to swing with the controllers. Like your baseball bat, your fists, everything. That would make a lot of sense. It's something that's not implemented as of yet, though.
Ah, you see? There are many great experiences on QuestZDoom. You don't need to mix reality this bitch. You bitch!
I guess I don't, but it would be cool, wouldn't it?
Shut up your face and move on to the next game. We still have 2 more.
Okay. So next on the list is Ghosted 2. Now, I don't know if there was a Ghosted 1. I have no idea. What I do know is that Ghosted 2 is based on the Slenderman games, most notably Slenderman the 8 Pages. The idea of that game is you have to go around the level, collect 8 pages and escape the level, basically, and the whole time you're being stalked by the Slenderman figure, and you have to try and evade him, run from him, all that kind of good stuff. Now, for those who don't know, Slenderman himself is what's known as a creepypasta. Now, this is basically an urban legend for the internet age. It started off as a photograph of this weird elongated guy and children running from it, and it kind of grew and grew. People were on Photoshop, they were writing short stories, and they built this whole mythology around this character of Slenderman who goes around, kidnaps children, that kind of thing. Yeah, so it led to other media like games, and there was even a movie, and quite unfortunately it inspired a true life crime, which I'm not going to go into because, yeah, that's horrific, but you can look it up. Yeah, so here we are. We're in a recreation of Slenderman the 8 Pages. Now, confession time, that's a game I've never played in my life. I did play one of the Slenderman games way back in the day. It wasn't the 8 Pages though, it was something else. And what I will say though, is playing this level, it's reminiscent of the game I had played before, where you have to kind of sneak around, look for items, don't let him see you. If he sees you, you're fucked. You just gotta run and hide, go somewhere where he can't find you. Yeah, it's a lot of fun actually. I might actually go back into the Slenderman games because, yeah, I think it's fun. So I can't really say too much more about it. Obviously it's got Ermac's bells and whistles with the 3D hands and the VR-centric controls. Very, very well done, very, very polished. Yeah, it deserves to be there in the horror pack.
You know, if you had done this video a week ago, it would have made more sense. With Halloween.
Yeah, but you know, just like my wife with our first child, I was late. I was a week late, and then I found out I should have done this.
You are one silly bitch. Okay, motherfucker, let's move on to the last game.
Okay, let's do it. So, the previous 4 games we looked at were all fan recreations of other games. This, however, City of the Damned Apocalypse, it's new to me. If there is an original version of this game somewhere, I don't know about it. This is wholly new. An original survival horror game made in the Doom engine. Now, I really, really like this. Straight away, the atmosphere is palpable. It's kind of like a Lovecraftian kind of sense of dread. I love it. And how the story progresses is you find letters, you find pages, entries that propel the story forward, that build upon it. Yeah, just everything from the art style down to the font used in the letters. Everything builds this kind of Victorian Gothic world that you're inhabiting. And then boom, there are demons. But it feels very reminiscent of like an Edgar Allan Poe / Lovecraftian, that sort of era of Gothic literature. It's that in game form basically. So from what I can garner, you start off with this boat, you get off at a dock, and a friend has reached out to you, I guess, and the whole town is overrun by something demonic basically. And it's up to you to kind of stop it. Again, the atmosphere, art style, storytelling, all on point. I freaking love this. I think it's great. And when I went into this originally, of the 5, this was the one I was least looking forward to because I knew nothing about it, but the others I knew about because I knew the original games they were based on, and I was excited to see how they would translate over, and especially with Ermac's VR controls and all of that. I was excited for that, and yeah, they blew me away. But this is a huge surprise. I did not expect to like City of the Damned as much as I do. It is fantastic. So yeah, I don't dive too far into the gameplay of any of these because I want you guys to try these yourselves. If you want a Quest 2, Quest 3, whatever, Pico, you owe it to yourselves to download QuestZDoom Launcher by Team Beef, completely free. Just go ahead, download it. I would recommend you donate to their Patreon though, because the work they do is fantastic. But download it, get playing these games. They're completely free to play. You lose nothing except your time, and trust me, you will not think this is time wasted. I only wish I got to this before Halloween. But sadly, yeah. But hey, come on. In my house it's Halloween 365, baby. Yeah. So Doomguy, I guess we're gonna say hasta la pasta. What do you say?
I don't like pasta. It is very oily. But okay, we can go now. Everybody, you have seen the proof of the pudding. Jesus, all this talk of food, I am so hungry. I could eat a horse. It's a steak. Okay, so we will leave it there. You guys get downloading, get playing. Write in the comments what you think. Go to the Dr. Beef Patreon. So many good experiences. Okay, I go now. Goodbye.
So I guess we're gonna leave it there, you guys. Like, comment, and subscribe. If you've any thoughts, queries, any critiques, put them down below. If indeed there are any games you'd like us to look at VRifying in the future, put those down below and we will presumably get back to you eventually. You can also follow us on TikTok for our adventures over there, which are basically condensed versions of what we do over here. And yeah, follow us on all social medias. All links will be in the descriptions, and yeah, looking forward to seeing you there also. Alright, VRified Games out.